right, fellow rock stars. These are some of our favorite hidden niches that we absolutely love. Obviously, we shared one of them with you already. We're going to go over a dozen of these. I'm going to go over them pretty quickly because, all you need to know is what they are and why they're good, right? I mean, we don't need to go through a whole analytical process, okay? But because these are niches that we are in. These are based on clients, lead gen sites, assets. So enjoy this because we usually don't share this kind of stuff. We keep some of the stuff hidden up our sleeve, but we got some complaints from folks saying, we're tired of hearing you guys talk about plumbers and roofers. We know damn well you're not doing anything with plumbers and roofers. And now, we actually do, but not as much as some of these other niches. So enjoy. So here we go. I just, did some Google searches so I could show you, real quick. It was by demonstrating this. Swimming pool builder, Frisco. Okay, well, we did the Irvine example. But look, swimming pool builders, as we know, the cost of a pool is not cheap. It's anywhere, between 25 grand and 50 grand. I mean, average ticket is $30,000 easy. So being able to get results, in Frisco, Texas, by the way, is a great little community. It's outside of Dallas, it's where I live. A couple 100,000 people, big enough, to make sense, and so we could run game here all day. So you already know that example. It's probably been beaten to hell and back, but you can see there's lots of businesses here already. That's what we look for. We look for, are there already businesses there? Well, there you go. There's customers. There's people that will pay us to generate leads. There's opportunities. There's things going on. And again, it doesn't matter if the niche is an online niche. We could take this and do the same thing online as well. Okay. At a larger scale. Excavation contractors. This is a great offline area. An excavation job is usually not cheap. We're usually talking on the low end. It's still, 5 to 10 grand on the low end, goes up to 6 figures in some cases. And, we've done some of these where the people leasing these assets and buying these leads were getting 6-figure deals out of it. So it's not that uncommon. Excavation's a major construction undertaking. Think about those types of construction related expenses. They're not cheap, so leads are very valuable, and that's what we're trying to get you at here. And look, there's lots of companies here, even in the Frisco area. It's not millions of people here, it's a couple 100,000. Here's another thing. This is more Texas related, I guess, but it's a great little niche, and it's great for online and offline. This is a gun license. Okay, lots of people in Texas, want to go get a gun license. That's to be able to carry a concealed weapon. There's other states that do that, and I think Florida and a few others. We're not the only state, but I just know if you happen to have any knowledge of this area, this is not one of the high end where people are paying $20,000, but the volume is good in some areas. And the thing is there's not a lot of skilled marketers out there gaming these. So it's not hard to generate leads that you can get paid residual for. Okay, so gun licenses, that's a really good niche. Another one is I've got to thank our friend Chris Winters, who we love so much. He taught us this one, so I've got to give him credit because we started using this, and it's a really good niche. Dog bite attorney. Now, really, that's an accident and injury attorney, but it's thinking in terms of what people would be searching. That's why I put this example of a niche, because some people will be searching dog bite attorney. Okay, and look, there are in the Frisco area, the far north Dallas suburban area, there's lots of ads going. There's lots of stuff here, so that's really good. Now, one caveat is you have be mindful of the laws regarding attorneys being able to pay for leads. Be transparent with any attorneys about lead generation stuff, and just make sure that everything's on the up and up. Okay, that's just a quick warning. That's not why I'm not going through a bunch of examples of attorney stuff, but I love this one. It's just getting us to think outside the box a little bit. All right, and here's one I really like that a lot of people never talk about, but we've been doing this. Bail bondsmen. People that are people get in trouble. They go to jail for doing something maybe they shouldn't have been doing, and some loved one needs to go and get them out, and they look for a bail bondsman. Okay, maybe they're not looking for Dog the bounty hunter, but that's a lucrative business, the leads are valuable because usually that lead that comes in converts. That's what's cool about this is you just have to be in front of face. So you got Big Bubba's bail bond. So Big Bubba might pay you for those leads, might pay you a monthly fee to access that that lead asset. Okay, so that's a really good one that nobody ever really talks about. I've never heard anybody talk openly about bail bondsmen. Another one. This is one that I actually got into this niche because I get too many damn speeding tickets, and I realized that wow, I realize there's a lot of traffic going to speeding ticket lawyers, and those are basically lawyers. You get a speeding ticket, you just call a lawyer up and you say, hey, I got the speeding ticket. They send the information, and they take care of it for you. They don't do anything other than give you the convenience of not having to show up in court. They'll usually negotiate any type of deal with the judge to keep you from having to go to defensive driving or traffic school or something like that. And then, to me, it's usually worth it to pay $50, $100, or whatever. Again, this is not one of those multi-$1,000 niches, but it's a very good one in terms of the volume is good. I mean, look at the municipalities always holding their speed traps and just getting everybody. Well, people go and look for a speeding ticket lawyer, speeding ticket attorney, and they're all out there. So this is the only other attorney example I have. This is a very good one, and I've done pretty well in this niche. All right, next one. I love this one, especially if you're in a state that has drought issues. I know, Texas does. Artificial turf installation, because a lot of states now are giving subsidies and helping to finance people that choose to install artificial turf. And guys, by the way, if you have not seen the current availability of artificial turf, it is incredible. Some of the artificial turf out there, you would not know it wasn't grass. It is quite amazing, and it's like, you never have to cut it, you never have to water it, you never have to worry about it, and it'll last for 50 years. It's crazy. And so anyway, but it's not cheap, guys. I mean, this isn't one of those $20,000, $50,000 plus tickets. And I'm running a couple different assets like this, and I have one client in particular that we're doing extremely well with this. This is a gold mine, artificial turf installation, especially if you're in an arid climate. And Texas isn't, but we've been experiencing a drought, so a lot of people are moving to artificial turf because the synthetic grass is getting that great. This is another niche that nobody really seems to talk about, but it's high ticket niche, it's high profile, high value, prospects you get to work with, and everybody wins. Cool. This kind of falls in line with the similar thing, but this is more of a premium type thing. Outdoor kitchens. This is something that the rich folks get, right? But they're not cheap. I mean, I had an outdoor kitchen built in my last house, and it was not cheap. And luckily, that person that built that kitchen was my client. So we did a little bit of a trade, but it opened me up, and Dan and I up to this whole trade. There's a whole marketplace out there for outdoor kitchen specialists. And outdoor kitchens, cost $10,000 and up. And these are the same people that build decks, and they do outdoor fire pits and maybe custom grills and all that good stuff. But outdoor kitchen seems to be a really hot topic. People looking for it, and they're looking for a contractor to do it, and they're going to spend some money. It goes in line with the same thing with the pool. So this is another niche. There's so many cities out there, guys. So many cities and towns and states and regions. And that's why we're sharing these. All right, next, foundation repair. Now, this one is a little tricky because it just so happens, I put foundation repair Dallas in there. It just so happens that, Dallas has the worst foundation problems anywhere in the country, anywhere in the United States of America. And that's because there's a whole portion of Dallas, and I don't live in Dallas, I live in Frisco, so we don't have this problem, but there's a whole huge portion of Dallas that's geographically sitting on top of this clay type soil, and for whatever reason it causes lots of foundation problems. So in Dallas, I do a lot better on foundation repair than I do somewhere that has very few foundation problems. But at the end of the day, foundation repair ain't cheap. Okay, so this is another one of those services, and it's an emergency service. So it's one of those things, oh man, I got to fix this foundation, or I got to have this foundation inspected. This is a great niche to go after, okay? Same thing goes with termite inspection. Man, if termites have taken over a house, that ain't cheap to fix. So this is another one of those emergency services, and a lot of people don't really talk about this. And I could also use the mold removal example, asbestos removal, but those have been discussed by many people already. So I don't need to go there. But termite inspection's a really good one. All right, let's get into some medical stuff. Okay, gastric bypass surgery, Frisco. Okay, this is gastric bypass surgery isn't cheap. It's not one of those $50,000 things, but it's not cheap, and there are a few doctors that do it, and they're always competing for leads. I mean, I can tell you right now, every city I go to, I cannot avoid billboards that have some picture of a doctor, saying gastric bypass surgery. So this is another one. This is one of those really good opportunities to be able to have a lead generation asset for one of these doctors, and they've got the money to spend on a $20,000 a month billboard. You bet your ass they will spend some money if you're able to use your Rockstar Media Mogul magic to create some leads for them. Okay, sleep medicine. This is another really good one. This is a mid-ticket area. I mean, but it's one of those pains that people will pay for to fix. And there are lots of sleep medicine doctors. It's a specialty. Sleep medicine is a specialty, a medical specialty. Most people don't talk about, but they do sleep studies, all kinds of different things to solve all kinds of different sleeping disorders. And this is a lead generation magnet right here. We've got a couple going, one in Austin, one in California, and we're doing really well for these sleep medicine doctors. And amongst the doctors, they're some of the easiest to work with. Okay, so this is a really great niche. So feel free to use this as well. Here's another kind of medical one: is tattoo removal. Okay, tattoo removal. It's not like another. Again, it's not one of those $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 things, but it's another volume thing, and it's a good price point to justify leads. And that's what these are all about. We've got lots of tattoo removal. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is one I discovered just because I saw this billboard every day driving back and forth from my house to my office, and it's like, well, you know what? They're spending some money on this. There's got to be money in here, and we started testing it, and it is absolutely a gold mine. So that's a good one. And then I said I wouldn't talk about what the hell, mold removal. This is another one of those emergency services. Thought I'd put it here. And the thing is that is expensive. Mold removal can be in the tens of thousands of dollars, and it's an emergency type situation. And it's one of those things that sucks in life. So a lot of these things suck. But in terms of generating leads for the people that do these valuable services, that's what we do best, and that's what our method's about. So use some of these niches. I'm sure you'll come up with some of your own. But if nothing else, feel free to not use any of these niches, but use this as a model to understand what you're looking for in niches. Okay, we just shared with you over a dozen of our secret hidden gems right here, and these are amazing if you are ready to rock and roll on stuff that's not poodle fluffer related, and it's not the standard, plumber and roofer and all that good stuff. So there you go, guys. There are the secret niches. I try to keep this short and sweet so you can get on about your day and rock on with us. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.